There's a new Marvel movie out. Apparently nobody likes it, but it's directed by a woman, which means you aren't allowed to not like it. Here's a critic from, I think he's from Variety, explaining why. If you don't like this movie, it's just because you're a sexist.
Eternals from director and co-writer Chloe Zhao has opened in theaters. Critics have weighed in on it, and it has been very divisive, actually drawing the lowest rated Rotten Tomatoes score of any MCU film in history thus far. First of all, Elizabeth, it is not a bad movie in the slightest. I think it's one of Marvel's best efforts thus far. Has great action, it focuses a lot on story, it's diverse, it has great characters, all that. I think this speaks to a larger problem that is in the industry. Anytime a woman takes on the action genre, which has been typically made for men to helm, people come harder on that filmmaker when she takes it on. I think it's an issue that needs to be addressed because it does not draw that criticism that it's been receiving.
I agree with you 100%. Right when you started talking about this, I said, imagine that. The film that is directed by a woman has the lowest score on Rotten Tomatoes. Not warranted.
They only know one tune. That's all they know. You gotta feel sorry for them a little bit. They're humming the only tune they know. Yeah, of course, the exact opposite is actually true. The exact opposite. Women directors are given much more. I mean, critics bend over backwards to find reasons to like films directed by women. That's the reality. Now, I haven't seen Eternals, but something tells me if a superhero movie helmed by a woman and starring a diverse cast is getting bad reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, it must be the worst movie ever made, because they will look for they will cling on to anything that they can find. They'll look for any handle to cling on to, anything, so that they could justify giving it a positive review. And if they can't, I mean, I almost want to see this movie now, just because it's that bad. This is a woke critics love Marvel movies, and they love woke movies. They love movies that are directed by women. The guy there says a diverse cast. They love all of that. What could possibly have gone wrong in that movie that would make them give it a bad review? That's amazing. I'm amazed by that. You have to try hard. I mean, as a woman director, you have to try very, very hard to earn bad reviews. Got to respect it in some ways. Why don't people like it? Well, probably because it's a bad movie, but also consider this as well, that maybe people are, in terms of the audience anyway, maybe not critics, but the audience might be tired of superhero movies a little bit by now. Like 20 years straight of 50 superhero movies a year. At a certain point, maybe people get tired of it. That's my theory. Listen, hit that subscribe button right now. Do it right now. I thank you for your compliance. It is somewhat appreciated.